What's up guys, Mullerreaver here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and as you can see behind me, Corpulent has been nerfed. You can see his damage now. I reran the team, or rebuilt and reran the team after the nerf just to see what kind of damage he would do. You can see Chris bringing up about 56 mil. Corpulent, who did prior over 3 billion damage on his own, is reduced to roundabouts 100 million. I mean, it's not terrible, of course. You can see now Brogni is doing more damage than him. Granted, it is a +4 6-star empowered Brogni. So it's not horrible. In the case of Polarium's response to the nerf, they did say, well, you can still one key with the team. As you can see by pretty much Brogni's damage alone, you can put any DPS in here. In fact, I built a Warboy just to put in here, which I was going to do a whole separate video on. But may or may not do that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that. It's kind of funny. He does nearly as much. Kind of. But anyway, you can see that we are no longer going to be able to do billions and billions of damage with Corpulent. So what does that mean? Does that mean the comp is dead? Do I recommend building it? Not really, especially if it's just going to be your daily driver. There are far easier, far less gear-intensive builds that you can do, teams that you can build that will one key far easier than this. This is still incredibly gear intensive and also requires, you know, 2 Umekos, Corpulent, or not a Corpulent, Brogni, Krisk, some very specific, very high-end champions. So new people, don't bother. Do something much easier. You can get your one key elsewhere. But it does open up the option for new world record runs. So what is going to take the crown now that Corpulent is dead? So I do have something I've been working on, a couple of runs. It's gotten pretty decent so far. We are still going with the Infinity style team, so we are going to keep all of the buffs up the whole time. We're going to keep our shields on the whole time. We're going to last the full 1500 turn limit. Basically giving as much time for our DPS to do damage as possible. So we are using Brogni here. A couple of changes. We've got lethal sets. We've got a couple of revenge accessories. He is at 184 speed. We are going against Spirit. So we only need about 55% crit rate because we are going to get increased crit rate for 30% and then our affinity bonus of 15. So we're good at 64, 455% crit damage, 5.4k attack, a little bit of ignore defense thanks to our bonus that we got a while ago back whenever we were pushing the 3.5 billion damage. As far as masteries go, I did switch him over to Giant Slayer, back to Giant Slayer. Easier way to get there. That is to get more of that ancillary damage so we can get those Giant Slayer procs off of the AoE hits from the clan boss. So we're not focused on purely doing damage on the A2 because you'll see all of our shields stay up. There's actually a lot more min-maxing available within this. I've only been working on it for a day or so. So by no means is mine top of the line. By no means am I going to hold the record long with this. But it's a start nonetheless. So we've got down to Giant Slayer for him. Accuracy path just to get some HP burns up. Other one in here is going to be Lanicus. She is going to be our buff extender because of the fact that we're no longer focused on maximizing Corpulence damage. We don't need the ally protection anymore, so we can swap out for a different buff extender because Brogni doing his A2 the whole time is going to enable us to just stay alive. That is enough survivability that we need. So you can see Lanicus is down to War Master. Just your standard clan boss masteries. She is currently our cruelty champ. Again, more min-maxing available. We've got her in Guardian set at 227 speed. She is crit capped enough for this because she does provide that increased crit rate. However, whatever damage you can get out of her is all you're going to need. We'll skip over to the Umekos. We've got one with our Brimstone at 3 stars. She is also in a Guardian set. She is... Oops, wrong one. She's a 297 speed, built for whatever little bit of damage I can get out of her. Mastery, she is also down to War Master. Same masteries as Lanicus. And then for the second Yumeko, I do have her in a shield set. I can actually remove this just because after a couple of the runs, or specifically the run we're going to look at, we never even went through the first shield, so we do not actually need 2 shields on everybody. So we can put her in either a damage set or another Guardian set and then put somebody else in damage. Again, back to that whole min-maxing, still plenty of that available. For her, she is 278 speed, crit capped with a little bit of damage, what we can get. And then our... Oh, do we forget anything here? No. And then our main DPS is going to be Jintoro. So he is in lethal with Cruel. 2 revenge accessories here. He has got 8.1k attack, 159 speed, 368% crit damage. Built pretty solid. He is 6-star awakened, however, he is baseline, he is not empowered. We are running Phantom Touch. Again, as far as we'll figure out which one's best as far as Phantom Touch or Crush and Rend or anything else. He also brings us a attack aura, which is pretty nice. However, the main reason why I'm using him, one, we are going to be just cycling his A3 here. So it brings decreased defense and weaken on its own. And then as well as every 5 times or every 5th time that this skill is used, every 4th turn the skill is used, so pretty much every other clan boss turn, he is going to attack 5 times, which hits for about 2.5 to 3 million damage each time that happens. And then as far as masteries go, we are down to War Master for him as well. Don't worry about the cycle of magic, that does not come into play here. Okay, so as far as our presets here, again, we are prioritizing Jintoro's A3 there. Lanicus, we are going to open up with the A3. We do actually want the extra turn. It works both ways. If we want to do the quick battle, that whether she takes the extra turn or not, it's still going to work. In the case we do want it, just for it keeps the veils up on the Yumekos. But otherwise, obviously, we're just going to do the A2, the ally attack. Brogni's going to open with his A3 as usual, and then do the A2 the whole time. And then the Yumekos are just going to alternate. So our fast Yumeko here at 279, she's going to open with her A1, and then so delay the A3 once. And our slow Yumeko is going to open with that A3. So that is the presets. This is the team. We'll show you the run that I just ran. Still min-maxing, but it is the highest run that I've put up so far. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave me some comments. We'll catch you later. See you.